Hello, everybody, and welcome to another quick episode of the Eat Sleep Fantasy Football Podcast. My name is Dale. Thanks for joining us. Clayton is joining me as we're going to break down some Dynasty wide receivers for you. I'll give you a quick spoiler. Spoiler alert. Oh, no, actually, never mind. I'm looking at Clayton's rankings right now. I do not have A.J. Brown on my top six. That's a quick spoiler. So stick around, and you'll find out why. All right, Clayton. I was kind of excited because I overlooked A.J. Brown in your rankings. Guys, we want to talk about some Dynasty wide receivers. Look, I want to get something off my chest. The reason why I'm in two Dynasty leagues, and I'll be completely honest, I hate them both. I hate, maybe because I'm not good at them. I take that back. I am pretty good at them. I actually won one of them that I'm in now. But the issue is so many people will only play the future, and I can't play like that. I can't play knowing that I can win now and building up, so maybe I can win 2 seasons 4 or 5 years from now. Like, people get way too into age and the veteran status on their rankings, and I'm not down for it. I think in Dynasty, yes, you have to look at the future. I'd say you look at the next. I think we're all constantly in a 3-year cycle, right? How do you look at Dynasty?
Yeah,
I
same
look at
thing.
this year, and the next 2 years is all I look at. I'm not looking to build for 4 years down the line.
That's why I personally think that I can't say I'm very good. I'm not saying I'm going to say I'm really bad at Dynasty. I'm learning. Like, Dynasty to me is something that I've always been in one for the last 20 years, but it's a little bit different format than what I don't know, a long story. But anyways, as far as that goes, yeah, I know by at the beginning of the year if I'm going to go all in immediately or if it's going to be a long process, right? Like 2 years ago, for example, I had won a dynasty league, and then I was like, in the one that I'm talking about, we like sign our players to contracts, right? So I looked ahead, I won it, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to trade some of these guys that I have on my roster right now, where I traded Patrick Mahomes, knowing I could have had him still for another 2 years, but the rest of my team was kind of falling apart. So what I ended up doing was trading those guys away for draft capital and players under contract. That way, yeah, like basically I was shitty for the next 2 years, but the third year I was back in the game, right? So I'm kind of on the same side as you, I think.
I look in Dynasty. I don't know if I'm like trying to rewrite the book here. Maybe this is common sense. I don't know. In Dynasty, I am either on the bus or off the bus. I'm either winning now or I'm selling everything to win in 2 to 3 years. There's no in between. There's no like I'll sell some and then hopefully, I can be competitive and maybe make a move. No, I'm all in this year or I'm not. So I don't know how crazy that is, but or if it's common sense. But for me, in all my dynasty leagues, I'm all in win now. Like I don't care 3 years from now. I am trading my picks away. I'm doing everything I can to win this year or next year.
The one thing I do agree, like even if I don't have a solid team, I still go like I'll still make moves throughout the year.
Oh yeah, right.
If I'm on that bubble, which usually I do fall into like the middle of the pack, where I could possibly make a run. I don't go too crazy, but the best thing I've always said that with fantasy, and maybe this is bad advice, I'm not sure, but it's worked for me. I'm not worried about having a ton of elite talent on my team, like especially in auction leagues. I'm not going to pay to make sure I have all these top ranked guys, and then basically having literally scrubs. I'd rather have 2 or 3 middle of the pack guys over one elite guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Do you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I get it. All right. So let's break down your rankings. Number 1 wide receiver dynasty rankings, Jamar Chase. No issue with that. I think, the fact that he's young and awesome puts him at number 1, right? I mean, he has so much more left in the tank, and he's already shown us in his rookie year how good he is. So Jamar Chase, anything to say about him, or we keep going?
No, just same thing. Like, I mean, Burrow's his guy, and I just think you're going to see a lot more. Like, I don't kind of Jamar Chase. He did put up almost 1,500 yards receiving. It was what's weird. It seemed like it was kind of quiet throughout the season up until the last half of the season. Would you agree with that? Then all of a sudden he's having these monster games.
Yeah, the monster games set him apart for sure.
Yeah,
the fact that he's capable of that, and Joe Burrow, is a top tier quarterback already in this league. There's no stopping him. And I mean,
Chase has a year under his belt already, right? So.
Yep, exactly. The fact that he also has great support in T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd as well really help. So when you're a monster wide receiver like Jamar Chase, plus you get all this help to take some of the attention off you, and they have a good run game in Joe Mixon, good quarterback. This offense is really good. I mean, we're going to see him in the playoffs year after year as long as these players all stay together and stay healthy.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. You have Justin Jefferson, CD Lamb. CD Lamb, I was surprised to see him at number 3. Departure of Amari Cooper helps his ranking, right? But what else?
Just basically the departure that he's pretty much the only guy there as of right now. And I do think that him and Dak have a pretty good chemistry going. And I just think with his age, and I just think he's going to be that guy that's going to get all of those. I think he's going to get all those targets that Cooper had last year.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
He's the alpha now.
For me, I'm putting Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and Cooper Kupp in that first tier of wide receivers. And again, the Cooper Kupp thing is just me saying I want to win. Cooper Kupp's going to be just fine this year, next year, right? And he's going to help you win fantasy games. I don't think you trade him or try to get better players just because he has a little bit of age behind him. I put Chase, Jefferson, and Kupp all in that same tier, and CeeDee Lamb doesn't belong in that first tier to me.
Okay, well, I don't have Kupp in that tier.
So. I know you don't.
I know, but only because the only reason I'm saying that is it has nothing to do with his age. He's still a pretty young guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more the fact that you got my boy, my top 20 wide receiver 2, and Allen Robinson there. No, I honestly think there's no way he's going to be able to put up any sort of stats like he did last year. That was something we've never seen before, and there's no way that continues. And I'm almost certain that defenses are going to scheme for that week in and week out against them, and I think they'll sell out. They'll sell out and take out Kupp and let Stafford beat them outside, I think.
Yep. Okay. All right. Next, I think I don't like. It doesn't matter if I don't like it. I could say I disagree. You have AJ Brown at 4, Deebo Samuel at 5. I would switch those around for sure. I don't have AJ Brown in my top 6, but explain AJ Brown to me and why you think why he's a top 4 wide receiver.
Well, just seeing what he did last year. I mean, he did miss a bunch of games last year as well, but so did Derrick Henry. So now you got Derrick Henry coming back. They ended up adding Robert Woods. I mean, Julio didn't make any noise there, but I think Robert Woods is going to be a different receiver than Julio, and he's, I think, much more explosive at his age now. So the way I look at it is AJ Brown's still going to be that alpha, but now you can't necessarily throw that coverage on him like he did last year when Derrick Henry was out.
Sure.
Does that make sense? So,
yeah.
And then now you got a guy opposite of him in Robert Woods that's going to be able to, also take coverage, because now he's I don't think he's going to be double teamed as much as he was last year, because now they're going to have to be able to, defenses are going to have to scheme to take away the run, because Henry is decent enough as a pass catcher as well. I just think it's going to open up the field a little bit more, and that's why I do think that AJ Brown is going to be a beast this year.
Yeah. Look, I mean, see, Derrick Henry's so good that he can stack the box, and it doesn't really matter because they're going to run him anyways. He's going to run 25 times a game, right? Sometimes 30. So is he really giving the wide receivers that much more opportunity? They're running with him. Like, they're planning for the run, and they're going to run it right into the defenses. So yeah, AJ Brown is number 7 for me on my dynasty rankings, only because I think, Derrick Henry still has a full year and a half left in his tank. I bet 1.5 to 2 years. Right. So
So really, in our top 6, the only difference is you move Cup up and you move AJ Brown down, correct?
Yeah, right. Yep. So, Deebo Samuel, obviously, I love. He's number 5 for you. I think that's a no-brainer. We don't really need to talk about that. You have DK Metcalf with possibly a new quarterback. I'm a little nervous.
So am I. I'm not going to lie. After I started looking at things a little bit, looking at how his season went last year with Russell Wilson, I am concerned with the fact that you're either going to have Drew Lock or a rookie throwing you the ball.
Yeah.
Right. So
right.
In all honesty, I'm most likely moving him down. I'll definitely move Jalen Waddle up ahead of him, and possibly Devon. So I'd probably move DK Metcalf down a couple spots, still ahead of who I have at 10, which I'm sure we'll get to.
Yep. Yeah. And okay, so you have Devontae Adams at 9. I don't hate, he's not those younger, but he's not part of that younger group of guys, but it doesn't matter. He's going to
get his, right? That's the thing. He's going to get his. That's all that matters.
Yep. Tyreek Hill at 10. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I only like just because of the fact that how many weapons they do have on this Miami team, and we know that the connection with Tua and Waddle is legit. They showed it last year. That's why I do have Waddle a little bit higher, and obviously he's younger, but I just don't think that Hill's going to be massively targeted like he was last year. No, right. I think there's going to be a lot less targets. Not a lot less targets. I'm just trying to see how many times he was targeted last year. 159 times. There's no way he gets 159 targets in this offense.
No, but if you're looking at touches per game, it's very, very possible that, he gets an extra 4, 3 to 5, let's say. Okay. I don't know how crazy that sounds, but if Tyreek Hill can get, additional touches. So, if he normally gets 4 or 5 catches a game, add 3 to 5 more, touches and opportunities. That's a huge plus for a wide receiver. You're giving him the ball in space or hand off in the backfield to get some extra yards. No doubt he's going to have a rushing touchdown, right?
Yeah.
A couple of them this year. So, yeah, I think number 10 among wide receivers, I think it's very doable. I don't think it's too high or too low. I think Tyreek Hill definitely needs to be in the top 12.
Yeah. Oh, 100% he does.
Yeah. All right. And then 11 surprises me. 11 and 12. You have T. Higgins at 11, Stephon Diggs at 12. I like T. Higgins. To be the 11th best wide receiver among all Dynasty wide receivers. You're
as far as yardage went last year, Hill finished as he had almost 1,100 yards last year in a role where he played, I would say, maybe half the games as that second option, right? Sure. It's always been Jamar Chase, and then every other game it was either Higgins or Boyd. I just think Higgins is he's explosive after the catch, and I just think he's going to move into that second option no matter what, and I think we're going to see the fall off of Tyler Boyd this year.
Sure. I think T. Higgins belongs maybe at the 12th spot. And I think if Chris Godwin is healthy and he's playing week 1, I think Chris Godwin gets that number 12 ranking.
I would agree with you. I would agree 100% with that.
Cool. Again, Dynasties, it's interesting. You gotta hate your strategy and you gotta stick with your strategy, right? You can't be half on, half off. You gotta be either win now or build for the future. Look, don't build for 5 years down the line. I will never trade, or I would trade away. I would never take like a 2024 first round pick.
Yeah.
That helps my team out. Nothing. I want to hold trophies now. I don't want to, I don't want to be like, in 3 years, I'm going to keep paying my league dues for 3 years. And, maybe I'll
take you guys down. Finally take you guys down.
Look at all the picks I have in 2025. You guys are going to suck. You may not even be alive in 2025. And what you can't take those picks with you. That's what I always say.
You can always take trophies.
Trophies you can get buried with. Picks,
exactly.
Nobody cares, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Your family doesn't care about how many picks you have in 2025. But when you're holding those trophies, when you put those trophies on the family mantle, that's when they care.
And they'll load your casket with those trophies when you die.
That'd be amazing. My casket's going to be filled with just a bunch of crap that you see behind me. Old basketballs.
Just a bunch of participation medals back there.
Hey, that is not a participation medal, buddy. That trophy that you see behind me is a third place Pinewood Derby trophy when I was in the Boy Scouts.
Ooh.
Yeah. No joke, right? I'm a fucking winner. All right. I think that's it, man. I think that was a kind of quick episode. I didn't even time it, but I think that was a quick one. You got anything else?
That's it, bud.
No. All right, guys. Look, we have this thing here. Don't forget, subscribe, do all that other good stuff on YouTube. If you're not listening on YouTube, check it out, subscribe, watch us. I am much better looking than my voice is. Or maybe
beg to differ.
You think my voice is better than the way I look? I don't know. I don't think so. I think my voice and face actually match up pretty good. If you're listening to me, you probably have a good idea of what I look like.
I disagree because when I first started listening, there's no way I pictured you.
Did you think I was more handsome?
No.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I thought you were a guy. I thought, I don't know. Let's just not talk.
You can say it. No, you can say it. Just say
We're
it.
We're not talking about this live. Okay. No.
All right. Thanks again, guys. Talk to you later.
Peace.